may put squad at HQ that can do with the POR.
Great.
Go ahead.
The female walked out and is back at the vehicle. It is a silver Ford sedan. Stated that the male is still in the building. The female walked out.
We're pulling up.
Back at the vehicle. It is a silver Ford sedan. Stated that the male is still in the building.
32 can add 1708 Alpha Echo.
Yep.
1708 Alpha Echo.
Yep.
359 Tango.
359 Tango.
Sorry about the delay here, folks.
Property, make it a report. We're going to head up to 382 until they're close.
I was just driving past Regions Hospital, and I heard someone get on the air and ask if there was a gunshot wound victim at Regions Hospital. And I'm not sure if I missed something, but I don't see a call pending for that, and so I'm just going to run through the emergency room. We did just have shots fired in the Central District of St. Paul, and it would not be unusual after shots are fired for someone to show up at the hospital with a gunshot wound that didn't stay at the scene, but
1265, clear, sis.
I just don't know if that's the case. So I'm gonna roll through here, but it does not look like anybody's here in the entrance at the emergency room. And let's see here.
.382, yeah, Charlie X-ray Golf 002.
Copy.
So yeah, no, it doesn't look like anybody's shown up here with a gunshot wound, and there's no call pending, so we will go to work. Thanks for joining us today. It's about 39 degrees and cloudy here in beautiful St. Paul, Minnesota. And you were with Undersheriff Mike Martin from the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office as we go out on patrol today as part of our Live on Patrol educational broadcasts. And it hasn't been too busy out today, but there was a carjacking over in Minneapolis that we are looking for. It's a 2013 red Kia Rio. Adam Edward Zebra 722.
Copy.
Adam Edward Zebra 722 was carjacked at gunpoint. If you see it, call 911. Don't try to do anything heroic or take any action on your own, but let us know so we can get him into custody. Sounds like it was an interrupted auto theft, and then they pulled a gun on the registered owner. So
When custody, we're going to be cleared from this stop. They're going to be primary, so thanks to them. Clear east.
So we are in the city of St. Paul in state of Minnesota in Ramsey County.
On Westminster, I'll just check the area.
We are just across the river from the city of Minneapolis.
337 already pulled in.
And we are on University Avenue going kind of behind the state capitol here. If you're not from Minnesota, you may not have heard that we buried 2 police officers and a firefighter paramedic last week who were shot while responding to an assault at a residence, and they were killed by the bad guy who then killed himself whilst working to save 9 children that were inside the residence. Then on Friday night, this past Friday night, one of our deputies from the CAT team, our carjacking and auto theft team, Deputy Joe Kill, was shot while chasing a car that had fled from St. Paul. They lost the car. He saw it, was chasing that car, and at some point during the chase, they slowed down, and the passenger in the car fired shots back with an AR-15 style rifle with 223 rounds. One of those multiple rounds that were shot at him penetrated his vehicle and struck him in the right shoulder. Thank God it was in an area where his vest provided some protection, and the vehicle then fled and was located not too far away by some very diligent St. Paul cops. And I don't want to talk anymore about what occurred specifically, because it's being investigated by the St. Paul Police Department, and they have tremendous investigators there who are following up on leads that have been generated, and we are confident that they will solve this case and bring the suspects to justice. So I don't want to interfere with that at all by saying much else about it, but it's brought home the dangers that our deputies face every day out here. Every day they put themselves in dangerous situations to protect the public, to get violent criminals off the street, to get guns out of the hands of criminals. And unfortunately, it sometimes takes an incident like what happened on Friday night to demonstrate how actually dangerous this work is, and why these men and women who risk their lives every day deserve our thanks and our apology. I think the sheriff said it best last in a television interview a couple days ago. If you haven't seen it, it's on the Live on Patrol page, where, you know, when officers are killed, people, the politicians and others will line up and, oh, this is horrible, this is a tragedy, and the sheriff said, hey, could you possibly respect us and treat us right before we're dead? That's the bottom line, is the overwhelming majority of the citizens out there are supportive of us, but there are a lot of people out there who pretend to represent the community or who are in small elected offices that are anti-police and will rant about us. So again, I asked this last week, if you see officers, deputies, firefighters, paramedics out there on the street, tell them thank you. Tell them you appreciate what they do. I apologize. I'm getting over a cold that's settled in my chest here. It's assaults on police officers are up dramatically over the last couple of years. Officers killed in the line of duty. It continues to be at a high. I'm not sure stats-wise where we are compared to last year, but I know in Minnesota, Wisconsin, the Dakotas, we've had our fair share.
I copy. I'm just gonna go ahead, go to Regents, just check on them. But I'll wait if they're en route.
My wife just texted me, her friend, I won't mention her name, said my Facebook must have been hacked because somebody posted something with monkeys. I posted that. It's a cute meme of one monkey hugging another monkey. And I just thought, I saw it this morning and it made my day. So, Anne, if you're watching, thank you. But hopefully I posted the right video of the monkeys hugging each other. So, I better pull over and check quick. I don't want to be accused of posting something controversial but anyway, we're hold on here just a second. Oh, my monkeys hugging each other, the meme didn't work, so I suppose I should delete it until I could figure out how to do it right. It was the cutest little thing, a little monkey, and he's holding his arm out and tapping it, and another monkey runs up and he gives him a big hug. And it just reminded me of how little things can really make a difference. So my monkey meme didn't work. So, but thanks for looking out for me. Anyway, I see I'm driving down a block here. This was not planned, but it says voter parking only. And that's because we have early primary voting going on right now in the city of St. Paul. And this is the time. This is when you make a difference. This is when you get to select politicians and elected officials who
4436 is 71. Check the night entries. You might be outside smoking a cigarette.
Sorry. The one I sent you earlier. This is the time. All elections are local. All politics are local. That's where it starts. City councils and county commissions and school boards that are determining, the environment that our kids learn in. We had another kid arrested with a gun at one of our high schools here in St. Paul today. I don't know how many that is this school year, but it's a lot of guns that have been recovered. We just had shots fired outside of a school that was getting out in St. Paul. Kids should feel safe when they're at school, when they're getting an education. Education is the great equalizer. When we talk about removing obstacles to people and disparities, economically, etc. And school is where that starts. So we have to keep our kids in school. We have to emphasize the importance of education. I learned a ton because I was fortunate enough to have a good education when I was young. I always went to public schools except for 1 year where the Martin kids went to a Catholic school, and that I don't know if we were uninvited, but or if it was just because we moved, but we no longer went to the parochial school, although it was a very good school. So, I didn't always have the best teachers in the world, but I had some great ones that really helped me out and set me on the right course. My parents very much emphasized education. So it was always expected that we would go to school, that we would act appropriately when we were in school, and that we would continue our education up into and through college. So sorry, I'm looking at some pending calls here. I don't want to crash into anything while I'm driving. So anyway, we got to keep our schools safe, and local elections is how we do that. That's how we set the tone for our communities and our schools, and what we will or won't tolerate in our communities. If you want to see a community that is struggling with violent crime and criminal activity, go to one that look for one that has graffiti that hasn't been removed, that has garbage laying in the streets, where infrastructure isn't fixed when it's broken. Those are places where the appearance is that the community doesn't care, and therefore the criminals feel comfortable committing crime there. So that's my soapbox for the day. Let's change the tone. Let's support our men and women in uniform. There are 10,000 licensed officers in the state of Minnesota, and we're bound to have one or two that do things that embarrass the rest of us. But let's not paint a whole profession with a broad brush because of that. Let's learn from it and be happy that we have tremendous people who are willing to make those sacrifices to keep our families safe. So,
St. John's, 911. Looking for the landline, busy on callback. TC, you're dialing into the line, we're on hold.
66 Tango, copy.
so we're north on Rice Street at Maryland right now.
What we have is this ground floor.
And I want to say thank you to the people who have reached out to check on Deputy Joe Kill, make sure he's okay, see if we need anything, especially our partners in law enforcement, and fortunately the sheriff and the command staff are working to support Joe and his family and our other CAT team members who do such a tremendous job. Drive by Washington Technology Magnet School here and just check it out and see how things are. School should already be out, but oftentimes kids will hang around.
Be assisted, located with Thomas with Central. Can you show us out at team on Adamant?
Go status.
I posted a picture. I changed, I don't know what you call it. Was it like the banner on your Facebook? Or not the little picture of you, or in my case, my wife and I, but the one that goes, the big one across the top of your page. And I posted a picture from 1996, and it's of the majority of, well, there was all of the gang unit in Minneapolis at that time that I was fortunate enough to be part of. And
38.
with Janet Reno, because we had received an award for reducing the homicides and shootings in the city of Minneapolis compared to the previous year. We had a dramatic decrease. Actually, I said 96. I think it was 97 that we received the award from the Department of Justice. And the reason I posted that, it happened to come across my feed today, but that was a team that was highly successful, and the reason was you had great cops who were committed to reducing crime in what was arguably the most violent period in our Twin Cities area. But they came together as a team and worked closely with the community. You could see that the picture was in the Honeywell headquarters at the time, which is now, I believe, a Wells Fargo
32.
building off of 26th and
32.
5th Avenue South
No, you don't mail.
in Minneapolis.
Copy.
And
Phone.
it was a team that was guided by one principle, which was to make the community safer for that 6-year-old kid to play in their own front yard. That was it. That was our mission. And we were very supported by the community. We were supported by the city council at that time and the mayor at that time. And that support made all the difference in the world. And it just reminded me of how important that support is. And especially now with reduced staffing and all of the scrutiny of law enforcement, we need to show the officers that, hey, it's still a noble profession. You're making people's lives better, and we support you. So someone asked if I'm in the picture. Yep, I'm in the picture. I would have to look at it again, but I actually had some hair in the picture. And I think I'm in the second row behind Attorney General Janet Reno and Chief Robert Olson.
268.
So we're going to go eastbound here on Larpenteur and head over slowly. Actually, we'll probably go down Jackson and then over to the east side. But
Negative module is 268. Copy.
the sheriff did do an interview this afternoon on WCCO radio with Adam Carter, and I believe believe that the sheriff will be posting the recording of that later, and you should listen to it. Listen to his perspective on where we're at right now as a profession, and what we need to move forward. He was very much being pushed to name names of politicians, but that's not the important part. All right, those people know who they are. That's it's not a secret. It's easy. They go home to their safe homes at night and can't look themselves in the mirror because they know they're hypocrites, and that, there's no need to name them. But people know who they are, and your officers deserve better. I'm at the end of my career. I've had an awesome career. I couldn't be more honored to have had the opportunity to do the things that I've been able to do, from being a community service officer at the airport to patrol officer in Minneapolis, and working my way up through the ranks there, sergeant, lieutenant, captain, then being appointed an inspector, and then working emergency management stuff for the University of Minnesota system, and then coming over here to work for Sheriff Fletcher. I've had a dream career. It's, paid my bills and allowed me to travel all over the country. So I can't complain, but I want these young coppers that are just coming on to experience the same thing, to know what it's like to be appreciated, to know what it's like to save someone's life, and that feeling that you get, or to make a neighborhood safer, and realize that you made a difference. So, people say, well, when are you going to retire? Well, you know what? When I quit having fun and I no longer have the opportunity to show these young troops the kind of leadership that I was lucky enough to have, that allowed me to work hard, to have fun, and serve the public.
Very good here.
And the beauty is, I'm just one of, excuse me, of a command staff that are in similar positions. Former Chief Bill Finney from St. Paul, who's still making a difference and imparting his wisdom, and Steve Leiden, who is guiding these young troops, and who came from the Department of Corrections Office of Special Investigations, and Dave Titus from St. Paul, who's working working to advocate on behalf of officers, deputies, you name it. We just have Jeff Ramaker, who's younger than the rest of us, but running our patrol division. So we are on the east side of St. Paul. We're on Maryland Avenue going eastbound at Payne Avenue. I'll tell you, we have a great guy in Daryl Gillette, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know what his rank is right now because he took over a new spot for him, but he's doing a great job of working with the community and the schools to try to get these young kids involved in some sports and other activities that will help provide them with some good adult role models. And he's been doing some tremendous what's the word I'm looking for? Restorative justice, but more importantly, de-escalation of incidents between groups of kids. And I'm not talking about gangs. I wouldn't use I'd use the word gangs if they were gangs, but kids who are basically fighting with each other and trying to intimidate each other because they don't understand each other, and they're from different cultures, and he's working hard to work with them to mediate their issues and get them to learn more about each other, and it's unbelievable. So we're north on Arcade now by Johnson High School. I just wanted to kind of swing by. Where there've been a lot of incidents lately, but for the most part, they're more at the sporting events that are later at night. But always good to cruise by the school and make sure there aren't large groups hanging out. I don't know, when I got done with school when I was a kid, I couldn't get out of there fast enough. But as much as I loved school, we are on Wheelock Parkway now, driving by a Phelan golf course. I'm kind of surprised there's nobody out golfing. I don't know if it's not officially open yet. The flags are in the holes or the pins. Oh, there's a couple people out there. So again, for anybody that might have just joined us, Deputy Joe Kill is recovering fine. He was not what I would call seriously injured, but he took shrapnel to his vest, and which, if anybody knows, high-powered rifle rounds, they carry a lot of force with them, and so it bruised his collarbone and his shoulder, and but you know, it also sometimes takes a while to just come to grips with what occurred and quit and not second guess yourself. He did exactly what he should have done, and we couldn't be happier that he's still with us, and that he wasn't hurt worse.
Okay.
268.
268 advised of 279.
Copy 1660.
For that last call. Can you mark no BWC for me, please?
Copy 1670.
So we're signaling here to go eastbound on Maryland. Passing the BCA, the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension here in Minnesota. We have, I guess I'd call it a bifurcated state police. There's the state troopers who do highway patrol, accident reconstruction, air patrol, air rescue, and a number of things, and then the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, which is the state investigative agency, also process DNA, fingerprints, evidence from cases statewide. Some larger agencies like Minneapolis have their own crime lab, or St. Paul, but most do not. The BCA now has a new, I'm not sure what the official title is, but it's a violence reduction team that is made up of BCA agents and local officers and supervisors to help reduce violent crime in the Twin Cities area. And they actually assisted with the shooting of Joe Kill, and they were out last night as part of a big detail to reduce robberies and auto thefts and carjackings metro-wide. So they're just getting their feet under them, but they are already proven to be a valuable asset to local departments.
3-1.
3-1.
I'll take standing.
Being physically excessive for white male, has been milk.
And by the way, we are monitoring all three St. Paul
Happy 2268.
main channels, the 3 county main channels, some metro-wide and statewide channels. So it is not a lot going on right now, but if it kicks off, we will hear it.
2415.
2415.
You can have me to have a Thursday.
We are northbound on White Bear Avenue, and we are headed towards the city of White Bear Lake. The girls' state hockey tournament, I don't know if it's over yet or if it's just, if the finals are this week. I should know the answer to that, but I haven't been following it this year. I know the boys are coming up here, so I'm assuming there will be sections
right behind me in the ambulance bay.
at the Aldrich Arena up here in the city of Maplewood. For those of you who were with a couple weeks ago, right up here is where we got the vehicle that had been, I think it was, I don't know if it was carjacked, but it had been used in robberies in Minneapolis and was stolen. And then it ditched me into the parking lot of the Pizza Hut, and the St. Paul cops saved the day by finding it. And then we were able to, I say we, the good St. Paul cops and Maplewood cops, were able to locate the suspects walking away a few blocks away and get them in custody. So we were able to bring some resolution there, and it helped Minneapolis solve some part of a string of robberies that they were having over there. So great work. Tremendous cooperation from all of the agencies involved.
Flat on. Yeah. 2363.
We're north on White Bear Avenue. I don't see my friends outside today.
Marketplace Drive, Mayfield number 300. Medical alarm, no contact made. Catherine Stormo, born in 1935, door codes in the call.
I think I might have seen Mom in the doorway there, but I have my friends that always come out and wave at me. They might not be home from school yet.
I believe so.
Good one. You could do for calls.
interesting. Some days you drive along and every other car is driving crazy and weaving in and out of traffic. And oh, I'm getting a text from Jelly Joe here. New news. By the way, Jason Kelsey retired today. Speaking of new news. But Joe Miller, Jelly Joe, just texted me that Edina beat Hill Murray in the championship game of the girls' state tournament last weekend. And I feel bad. I should know that. Because as I think it was former North Star Joe Spihar who said that this is the time of year where the outstate hates the metro and the metro hates the private schools and everybody hates Edina. Which I think is one of the funniest quotes ever because it's so true. The outstate schools think the metro schools have better facilities, and the metro schools think the private schools do, and the private schools think that the traditional powerhouses like Edina and Minnetonka have an advantage, and the reality is they all have an advantage.
I'm looking for a suspect in a robbery that may be at 622 Hyacinth Avenue East, apartment 7.
So we're way far away from that call. But, so Jelly Joe says Edina is the reigning state champions in Minnesota, the green and gold. The Hornets, I think they were able to keep the guy who originally developed their mascot. There was some kind of a lawsuit, a copyright or trademark lawsuit going on, but I think they worked it out so they could keep their mascot. And Hill Murray, of course, here, school here in Ramsey County. Alma mater of Jelly Joe.
Information flagged. The county is signaling tagged 1620.
Single good. FYI, the plaintiff's called back. They're in the highest address next to the mail. So there's there. The squads are going to head over there. Copy. Yeah, just info for you guys. Spoke to staff and another person here. Looks like our employee Sean is threatening to use a knife, butter knife, against officers. Gary. 363, copy to cancel.
Be clear at 1629.
Tell me what you say you broke up for the meeting, everything.
So we're driving around the perimeter here of Maplewood Mall, just checking out some of the busier areas up here. I was saying earlier, some days it's like everyone's driving crazy, and other days seems like everybody's following the rules, and today is one of those people following the rules days. which is kind of nice for a change, not seeing cars weaving in and out of traffic and riding people's bumpers.
Go ahead.
Can you have a line of course this way? How do you get the hand thing or calling? Shoulder and also CHF.
So we're going to check through here through the Emerald Inn in Maplewood.
On this assist, the party fell, hit their head pretty hard, their shoulders hurting, and they have CHF.
Okay, we'll clear the line and get them rolling that way. Thank you so much. 1633.
180 Tango. Go ahead.
You can send us the welfare check. And it says motor vehicle theft impending. We will take that. We are Spanish speaking and we need to check that off the FTO list anyway.
Copy. 184. 184.
Just checking here.
Guys before. Copy.
I heard him say that they were taking the motor vehicle theft.
155
That was
Tango.
impending, but I didn't see one in there.
Right.
And
You go ahead and clear that call report. We'll be at team right now, right over.
just want to see if we have a fresh stolen rolling
420,
around out
44,
here.
92.
You heard the
70,
senior officer say they would take that report because his recruit speaks Spanish. It needs to check that off on his FTO form or anyway. So
4471.
when newer officers are in field training, they're expected to go through a number of different
West on Highway 36 past Hamlin Avenue, Henry Union Nora 035.
types of scenarios to make sure they can handle them. And if someone speaks another language, obviously that's a huge
Henry Union
asset
Nora.
for us, and it will give them some experience. So The worst thing when
The shades are closed. I believe he's been playing with the wires. Cop lost electricity to the entire house. Cop is alone, no pets, can't hear anything.
4420, let's copy.
1635.
when I was FTOing at Minneapolis, the worst grade you could get was called an NRT, not responding to training, which means they tried to correct you or fix an issue and you're not responding. That was not good. If you
262, you can send me a penny.
weren't responding to training, that wouldn't happen very many times before you found yourself a different career. Fortunately, by the point you got on the street, most of the people who weren't willing to listen or be trained had been weeded out, but not always.
What did you take on, Sam? Yep.
362 with the squad to assist west in checking an address in east for a suspect wanted for a robbery. Address is 622 Hyacinth Avenue East, Apartment 7.
So I'm driving by the Golden Corral here in Maplewood, and I haven't been to a buffet like that in ages, since they used to have the old country buffets, which I actually liked. But I just saw a Golden Corral buffet commercial yesterday, and the food didn't even look good in the commercial. It's like, if you can't make your food look good for a commercial, that's not a good sign. And I can't say anything about it because I've never eaten there, but
2581.
it didn't look too appetizing to me.
Last one.
2581.
2581.
Transport from Maine back to the LAC starting mileage 09.
1630.
Clear to one thing, go quick run traffic.
At 1630.
So we're south on White Bear Avenue in Maplewood.
2415.
2415.
Well, they're checking the railroad tracks for the subject. Currently not on scene.
Copy.
Got the sun peeking through the clouds, kind of teasing us. It was a beautiful day yesterday. I'm not sure what the temp eventually got up to, but man, you couldn't have asked for a better day.
Still concerned you're doing deeper.
Well, for this time of year, I
Trying
should
to
say.
enter the house with the past in the same manner.
For 20, copy. 4471.
2471.
Report. Working on a suspect earlier. There's a female named Sharon. She is at Cops Alert right now for second-degree assault. And I'm showing a Roseville citation from about 15 minutes ago. I don't know if someone can give me a call from there.
AP.
Copy, and we're checking up from a 3-4 of Comet 7. Miami Tango.
Alright.
Just update our location to 1627 Shields. We're just kind of trying to keep an eye on him right now, but he's wandering onto someone's yard.
So we're getting on westbound 36 here, headed back towards a little bit more of the center of the county.
Time delay, so when the call dropped.
But as you can hear, there's not a ton going on right now.
Did she need a phone call?
Thanks.
Copy.
The Maplewood Club were inquiring.
Copy.
Last one? Maplewood 3471. If I could get a phone call, whoever dealt with assurance would be shot. That would be great.
It sounds like the Maplewood cars stopped someone and then found out that they had been dealt with earlier in the city of Roseville somehow, so they're trying to figure out what's going on there.
Copy, I agree, Brian. I'll replace it.
I think it's officially ice out now on the lakes. At least it is in Ramsey County, because they're all pretty much broken up now. There's no more ice on them. I don't know about the bigger lakes, but
orange. It's the female on in the car that's saying that she's having some contractions and I think going into labor.
Copy, I'll clear this. Copy.
Free I'll be out with 361.
Copy.
so there's officers out on a traffic stop on the east side right now. A female in the car is pregnant and having contractions, and they think there could be she could be in labor, and so they have medics come in. And
are there any drone operators available?
Checking for any drone operators. Turn off for you.
524 EOT.
So I heard squads calling, asking about a drone operator. I believe it's for
last thing wearing yellow jacket, green and gray pants.
this male that walked away from a group home in Vadnais Heights. And
just advising there is a second medical at 2112 Buckingham Lane for a patient with severe pain and a history of surgery for a broken leg. So we have medics advised.
I'm clear of this call. I can have that.
At 1646.
I'm trying to get on the radio, but everybody keeps beating me to it. I'm on my way up there as well. This is 08. Copy. Give it a run. Yes.
so the
Copy, thank you.
one of our sergeants just upped. They're going to use a drone to
What's
try
the direction
to
of travel if we want?
find this gentleman who's missing up here. I'm going to head up
92, send me for medicine later.
that way for now. We could help look for this gentleman. I gotta first go back to the call here.
Andre, I told it northwest. Thank you.
And 2408 is en route with the drone. Do you still need 5281 Tango's drone as well?
Negative, P cleared.
$2267. It looks like county's en route with the drone. Do we still need Roseville's drone as well?
I already canceled them.
Copy. 1648.
So let's see here. It's a 17-year-old white male with a yellow jacket and gray pants. He walked away from a group home. So sounds like he's having a mental health crisis. So we'll go up there and see if we can't help find him.
Information dispatch to County Region Contact.
We're gonna arrest the driver. Kimbo.
Last time, Logan.
Tango, clear report.
And at
So
1649.
a lot of times we get young folks and even a little bit older who are committed to a group home because of, you know, any type of disability, mental health issues, and they will run away from group home. And
We're code 4 on the stop with one in custody, and we're good for medics to come check this female out.
Okay.
and of course they're often vulnerable.
Nate, who do we got for time?
We got 10 minutes time delay.
Kevin.
Oops, not here. Oops, no.
You're at Minnesota Plate, Lima, Juliet, Zulu, 944.
Traffic light.
So we're looking for a 17-year-old white male with a yellow jacket and gray pants. It's a yellowish brown
I'm on a launch
jacket.
from County Road F and the tracks over here.
At 1652. $24.92.
4492.
I need a phone call request to your laptop regarding harassment.
Kevin.
At 1653.
So we're just gonna check the area here, see if we can find this young man and get him safely back where he should be.
247, James J. Hill House. Alarm. None of its audible or silent. Covers first floor side motion.
Yep.
There's a Roseville spot. We have a walk-up at the PD for a Zephyr model report.
5672, I can take that.
Thank you very much.
We're just checking around the area here. Hopefully we can find this young man and get him back. Although it's not super cold today, it's still cold enough to where you could get hypothermia and create other issues.
Right.
For pending. For UTL.
Do that, 1655.
Caller gave me address. Say north or south.
So we kind of covered on the south end here.
Copy for an assault at 1935 Old Hudson Road, apartment 107. Somebody just shot the colors wall through the apartment. Believes that his neighbor trying to shoot him. Just happened now.
C-74 is report, we'll go.
We want clear report. Send that one as well.
Copy.
361.
So you're hearing in the,
Clearly, did you have...
we're in the city of Vadnais Heights, in the city of St. Paul. There was just a call for someone who shot through the wall of someone else's
Maybe today put me on
apartment, it sounded like.
Copy.
I'm gonna pull over here for just a second and see if any new info has been added on this call.
Code 4, still looking for a party.
Copy that. Code 4. I'm still searching for that man. Be clear.
That's my copy. Thank you.
Nothing really new in there, so.
Clear report. 1658.
We'll just keep looking for this young man.
Number 4, female occupant inside the building. Female screaming outside. People who don't live there.
BD.
Have a nice workout. 1659. $82.96 and $82.95.
$82.95.
1102 County Road Delta West. It's going to be the Sage Park Apartments. Assisting fire with the fire alarm going off. It sounds like there's odor of smoke on the second floor hallway.
Yeah, you 294, I can advise on that. You can clear the other two cars.
Great.
Got it.
1700.
Message.
Any information to squads, cops alert out of Minneapolis for officer safety. St. Louis Park was involved in multiple robberies at gunpoint this afternoon. Suspects are two black males, thin build, 6'2", wearing ski masks. One with large eye hole windbreaker with a hoodie underneath, both carrying guns. Last seen and at 206 43rd Street. If located, hold for Minneapolis. It sounds like they're in a black Audi. Minnesota plate Alpha Romeo Nora 314. They're also on LTAC. They were on LTAC for information at 1701.
So you heard that car, that Audi that they're looking for, involved in multiple robberies. Sounded like it was a St. Louis Park stolen. I'm just kind of driving through here, checking for this 17-year-old.
Info squads, we have a cops alert out of Minneapolis involving a St. Louis Park stolen in a gun pointing incident, robbery with two black males. Vehicle is a Honda Q5, Audi Q5 2013, black in color. Plate is Alpha Romeo November 314. Info at 1702.
Which way is traffic?
D380.
No plates in a black Mercedes sedan. Southbound Snelling at Conroe B-Boy. Stop at left lane.
Black Mercedes, Snelling and County Road Boy at 1702.
And 53 to get 05777 Ida Tango.
That's right. Count up on this call, all these updates.
Still checking around in the area over here in Vadnais Heights where the young man ran away from
We
his
have an
group
alarm
home.
call, a domestic, and a medical call with him.
Copy that.
1706.
We'll be out to feed you.
Bravo 851, I'm UOT.
Begin at 1701. Forty-four 65 Tango.
Tango.
2231 Van Dyke Street. Color 6-year-old daughter was supposed to be home from school 15:45 hours and is not. Color called the school and they did not answer. We're trying to figure out information on the school. Sounds like she's going to be a mixed race female with checkered pants, black lock sleeve shirt, and a black jacket.
4465 Tango, copy.
It's 1705. And 4330 as well. $1705.
All right, so we're still looking for this 17-year-old young man who ran away from a group home. He's about 5'6", 170, wearing a yellowish brown jacket and gray pants. And should be somewhere around in this area.
$44.65 Tango.
This neighborhood back in here is a little bit of a maze.
4465 Tango.
There are a lot of little park areas, wood lots, and paths that you could walk around in, so probably not the easiest place to find someone, but we'll see what we can do.
179.
179.
Second card is 168.
362.
360.
COA with 361, 380.
Copy, 1705.
Sometimes when I'm driving around in a neighborhood like this looking for someone who's lost,
5380, checking your status.
I feel like a creepy criminal driving around.
1708.
We're gonna go into the park here.
1708.
Can you change this to a DLC?
Copy.
Can you check status of 374? 374, we're talking to the comp outside. We're about to go inside the apartment building here.
Copy. You guys need more cars down there?
Sure, we'll take more.
380, I'll be en route.
Copy, 1709.
wasn't very fruitful there.
Just for officers, the apartment's going to be the northwest side of the building here.
Copy, apartments on the northwest side of the building. Is helping the accident hit and run at Salem at the
So we're still looking for this young man who ran away from group home. And hopefully we can find him. Well, I want to thank everyone for sticking with today. I know, unfortunately, it got a little political there in the comments, and hopefully people know all we're looking for is we want public safety, and we want people to be safe in their communities and be able to get the assistance they need, and we need to recruit cops. So
What color is the list again?
I appreciate your hanging in there with me, and make sure you check in on the Live on Patrol page for the recording of Sheriff Fletcher on WCCO today, and I'm sure the CAT team will be back on Wednesday, and then of course the normal Friday Live on Patrol. So once again, thanks for being with me, and I hope everyone has an awesome night. Like a bingo board and some commentary that takes over the screen. You're on a page that's basically hijacked our live stream. That is some people that are detractors of the sheriff's office who have taken over the feed. As the sheriff said earlier, if you haven't done so already, share this feed with your friends. Subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube. If you are watching us on YouTube, I've had a couple people say to me that there is a like a bingo board and some commentary that takes over the screen. If that happens when you're on YouTube, you're on the wrong link. That is some people that are detractors of the sheriff's office who have taken over the feed. So block that feed and go back to Live on Patrol Ramsey County. You will see the link when we are live, and go to that one because you have a bad link and you're on a page that's basically hijacked our live stream.
Yeah, we'll check the address. 5974.
On Lauderdale here and see if maybe it's busier over on the east side. Actually, maybe we'll drop down.
Donnie on credit card, Donnie.
On Jackson here.
Donnie or Donnie?
Don Rindle. Mark Winkle. You still got the chip reader at 5 South? I believe there's one here. Okay. I'm in Rose. This wasn't Rose.
I don't have the sympathy that Mary Moriarty has.
My name is Mary Moriarty.
Mary Moriarty.
My name is Mary Moriarty.
County Attorney Mary Moriarty.
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 County Attorney Moriarty.
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 Someone told me I don't know how to pronounce the Hennepin County Attorney's name properly. And they're right, I don't. And I'm practicing, just so you know, I'm practicing. Well,
I've got an easy way for you to do it.
okay.
More,
yeah, that's what my wife said. Moriarty.
Moriarty.
I think you got to have the accent on the right syllable.
Moriarty.
But, you know, so, how did he pronounce his name?
Mortensen?
No, Tina's old husband.
Oh, gosh.
Wasn't he
Moriarty
too?
Yeah, he was Moriarty too, yeah.
Well, did we pronounce it the same we pronounce it?
We pronounce it the way I pronounce it.
You pronounce them both the same.
Moriarty.
Brother that didn't return home.
I'm thinking of changing her name to Lessiarty because all the suspects get lesser sentences.
That's I like
it's
that.
Not a more, it's a lesser. That way I don't have to worry about pronouncing it right. Oh, man. I think maybe in politics, so you don't just use your Irish name to get elected to some office. Everybody should have to run as candidate 1 and candidate versus candidate 2, right?
I've had this conversation with a few people.
Yeah.
She is doing exactly what she said she was going to do when she was campaigning. She didn't sneak in and all of a sudden surprise everybody with this.
No, but people don't pay that close attention.
Oh, they should have.
Well, they didn't. They didn't. They voted because the name sounded good.
The silent majority needs to be less silent.
The interesting thing is the sentences for a lot of these shooters and suspects are not being received well by the black community, right?
Yep.
And ultimately, people that live in these neighborhoods will determine the best policy and practice. And you saw, Chief O'Hara talking about it at length, the accountability for juveniles, etc. So, yeah, it's a bad cycle we're in because
1-6, you're still on the line with the cop.
she and her assistant, Ms. Davis, don't believe that juvenile detention is a good alternative. So there you have it.
Ramsey proving that to be false.
Well, there's so many reasons that juvenile detention.
A,
it can help a child. They have a lot of programs and treatment. But B, it definitely keeps the community safer in the meantime. So, and I think we're at the point now we just have to say that these policy differences are important to discuss.
Definitely.
And, it's not really politics, it's policy differences. We're going to steer clear of the discussion on the trooper issue, but somebody's chasing somebody with sirens. But on the issue of holding young persons accountable for violent crime, we have a huge gap in our policy perspective.
Definitely.
How do you pronounce that name?
Moriarty.
I don't know. Moriarty.
1-4, case number, please.
Case number 028402.
I don't know. When I say that name, I flash back to
361,
Artie on that sitcom. What was his name?
10-1, 2361, fighting response.
Up north.
Yep, 2500 block of Edgerton. Traffic stop.
Will they give him some help? It's up in Little Canada. See if he gets a 10. Code 4 soon.
Hey y'all! Thank you for clicking the join button to learn more about the Shoutout Girls YouTube channel memberships. We are excited to offer you our viewers another way to show us appreciation and support for our channel, and at the same time gaining access to exclusive perks like shoutouts and exclusive video access. Will you be willing to spend $2, $5, or even $20 per month to support this channel? Think of it as buying us Twinkies or donating a McDonald's gift card. With perks. And don't worry. Even if you are not ready to join at this time, all of our viewers will still enjoy all the same content we've been providing this past year, at no additional cost. Including our live streaming or restreaming live on patrol episodes with live chat and comments turned on for free speech. New games of BOBAGANDA bingo every Friday night. Funny live on patrol clips. Articles about Bob Fletcher and the Ramsey County Sheriff Office. All of those will remain with free access. Memberships start under $2 per month. All members will get a special badge next to their username, and access to custom emojis to use in live chat and comments, such as the F12, ACAB, and bingo emojis you have seen us use in chat. Level 1 members are offered members-only polls where their input will help us make decisions about our channel content and membership perks. Level 1 will also access exclusive images like animated GIFs. For a few dollars more is our Level 5 membership. You will get all the same perks as Level 1, plus early access to new videos. You can be the first to watch, even before they are published. In addition, we will give your username a shout-out in our channel and video descriptions. With our Level X membership for $20 a month, you will also get on-screen shout-outs from us within our videos and live streams, as well as access to exclusive members-only videos. Level L at $50 is for the extremely passionate viewer who appreciates our channel and the work that goes into producing videos and live streams. Have you wanted to be featured in a live stream or collaborate on a video project with us? This is the membership level for you. Level L also gets the first access to our soon-to-be launched merchandise line and at a discounted price. Of course, you also get all perks mentioned in the other membership levels. Level 100 is simply for those who cherish our channel and want to co-finance the cause. Perks may be added at a later time, especially once the merchandise line has launched. All perks from the other levels will be automatically provided at this membership level. Thank you for watching. We hope you like, subscribe and join our channel.